Well, generally, Nigeria, like every other country in the world, is faced with one challenge, probably economic, political, or social challenge, and it's not different from Nigeria. Nigeria in the last 8 years had been bedeviled with a lot of political instability, economic instability, to such an extent that Nigeria experienced recession twice in the last 8 years. Currently, the naira to the dollar is 1,015 naira to a dollar. And this has increased the economic difficulties that people face in Nigeria on a general scale. However, one of the major concerns also in the last 8 years is with regards to insecurity. Insecurity that is propelled with the increased clashes between headsmen and farmers. And this has led to increased banditry and kidnapping across the various states in Nigeria. Now, you also recall that running into the last probably 15 years, Nigeria has been battling with the Boko Haram team. These are individuals who are led by Islamic ideologies that go contrary to what Nigeria and the Constitution of Nigeria stands for. And the federal government of Nigeria in the last 16 years had continued to battle with addressing the concerns of Boko Haram, and this had significant impact on the people. We have quite a lot of people who have been displaced, a lot of IDP camps established across the country. However, with a new government in place, Nigeria is beginning to see a change in the tide of things. With our work specifically in Zamfara. Zamfara is one of the states located in the hotbed of this insecurity. However, we've been able to find ways to navigate in implementing the project that we are carrying out there. Working in certain areas in Zamfara is very dangerous. These are areas where we have increased operations of bandits that had impacted negatively on some of the villages that are within the catchment area that we are implementing the integrated NTD and disability project in Zamfara. We carry out routine assessment, working in collaboration with security operatives. This includes the Nigerian military, the Nigerian police, and the special task force that carry out routine surveillance of the security situation in Zamfara. Part of the benefit of this collaboration is that we receive up-to-date information with regards to security situation, and that enables us to plan our activities in terms of when we're able to go to the field and where we are advised to go. Sometimes some of the situations or the flashpoints are actually just experiences that sometimes will last for a few days. And based on security reports, it will determine if we need to suspend the implementation of our activities for probably a couple of days. We've not had any situation that had dragged on probably for weeks that we are not able to access those communities. But however, because of the security reports that we get, we are able to carry out routine monitoring that and allows us to determine how our staff are advised to proceed with implementation. And this is not just for our staff, it's also for the staff within the states, because we also work in collaboration with the state government team to determine when and where they are also able to go. We also have a security protocol in place that we follow as a guide. This protocol ensures that there is a specific individual who continues to engage with the team that is out in the field. That as they make progress into the community at certain distances, they continue to give feedback and updated information about where they are and what's going on around them. And we also continue to depend on the local vigilantes that are formed within communities. They give us up-to-date information to ensure that if the security situation will change, even while we are in the field, we are able to quickly access those information, and our staffs or the staff of the state team are also immediately evacuated from that area. So those are some of the steps that we've taken and has largely been very useful in carrying out our work in Zamfara. Well, one of the things that we think we will continue to need as support from the Leprosy Mission Australia will be probably sharing information about maybe opportunities for webinar training that will help build the capacity of our team in probably new approaches to how to work in crisis area. Yes, we already have some training, but we are sure that there are new and updated information with regards to that. The other aspect is probably in terms of logistics. Sometimes it will require communication gadgets that will enable us to have seamless communication. There are some times when we experience communication jam, and because of probably the quality of the communication tools that we have, we are not able to have that seamless communication to help us keep contact with those in the community and in the field. We've also embraced the approach where we are also building the capacity of some of the community members to be able to continue to implement activities if there are situations of security crisis that will not allow us to access them. This we learned during the COVID period, where because of COVID and there was lockdown, we couldn't access the communities. So one of the things we did was to quickly, when there was access, to begin to build the capacity of certain members of the community. Now, these are things that will require some budgetary implications, and we see that as the way to go. And we will be happy if we could consider certain investments that will go into building the capacity or the educational support to children of persons affected by leprosy and NTDs. Because at the end of the day, it is these same young people that have become those individuals that we could leverage to engage and to support the implementation of our activities in the field. And the same way, we also have retired health workers, retired social workers in the community who will just require some level of little capacity building. And so if we're able to get some support to build their capacity, to provide them with Android phones that will help boost the communication between us within the city and those in the rural areas, this will go a long way to help us.